Good afternoon, everybody. Esteemed Chair, my fellow panelists, dignitaries of the dais, and dearest students. If you are feeling sleepy, then please wake up. For next 10 minutes, I am going to take you on a ride. So please be prepared. Can we start the PPT? And let me assure you on this, I'm not going to bore you with the academic and journalistic jargons. I'll stick to the theme, and I'll try to connect it to our chair pointed out. There seems to be some disconnectivity, but I'll still try to connect religion and humanity to Atmanirbhar Bharat. So can we start? Can we start the PPT, please? I'm going to start with a case study, and the reason is because, our chair pointed out that humanity is embedded in religion, but I'll put it the other way. Religion is embedded in humanity. That's what my take is, and that's why I'm starting it with this case study. I'm going to play around, Samyak Ajivika. I'm sure some of you must have heard of Samyak Ajivika. Samyak Ajivika is, proper earning, or what you call proper business. Samyak Ajivika is something, that has been listed in number of religions, particularly in Buddhism. Gautama the Buddha talked about Samyak Ajivika. And what it means is that, you should not try to earn unreasonable profit. Your profit should be reasonable. Okay? And my belief is Atmanirbhar being Atmanirbhar, being self-reliant, doesn't mean that we are going to be an America. We are going to become America in, in 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. That's not going to happen. Atmanirbhar simply means that, we'll have to be self-reliant. We'll have to stop looking at these European countries for arms, for other things. And we'll have to be self-sufficient. Yeah, please go to the first slide. And let's go to the second slide. Here I'm going to talk about humanity in action. And I've already spelled it out that for me, religion is embedded in humanity. And I'm going to talk about a friend of mine who lives in Bhubaneswar. I came to his place on Saturday. And, he's going to kill me for this, that you talked about me. But still, I feel there's a story, so I must talk about it. And I'll connect it to the main theme. There's a friend of mine, he's a former journalist. He's a freelance journalist now. We had worked together. His name is Debi Mohanty. And, when I arrived at his place, when I reached his place, I was shocked the way he lives. He lives a very simple life. He lives in a single room, and there was not even mattress on his bed. I said, why this? And he has made a lot of money. He has made good money. He has a good amount of savings. But he said, he calls me Nare. He said, Nare, but I don't need this here. I don't need this, I can sleep. He sleeps on floor. And his utensils are limited. I said, I've already repeated, he lives in a single room. And but let me tell you, he is self-sufficient. And why I'm talking about him is because, he practices the real religion or real Dhamma. Dhamma means whatever we adopt. Okay, that's the real meaning of Dhamma. I'm sure many of you would know about this. So he practices real religion and he practices real humanity. Because what he does every day, he spends hundreds of rupees on feeding strays. Okay, they are almost like every other stray in his street or on that road which is next to his place, knows this person. He calls them by name. Sundari, he calls them Kali, Puchu, Stupi, Gunda, all these names. And the way he takes care of them, he feeds them curd, he feeds them milk, you won't believe it. He feeds them biscuits, he feeds them everything, even chivda. And he was asking me, Narendra, there's a couple they cook food for me, they do these things for me. Do you think I should, will some of my property, some of my savings to this couple? Okay, so he is my slide says humanity in action. Or I would rather say religion and humanity both in action. Okay, and he is self-sufficient. Yeah, let's move to the second slide. I said I'm going to talk about Samyak Ajivika. And Gandhi said, live simply so that others may simply live. Okay, what he meant was, you can see he had only 2 pairs of slippers. Okay, and one was in fact gifted to him. Then you can see those monkeys, they were also gifted to him by a Japanese. So his needs were limited. I'm giving it a spin, sir. And my take is, if you want to be self-sufficient, if you want to be self-reliant, then idea is, we should cut down our needs, we should limit our needs so that we can be self-sufficient, so that we can be self-reliant. And you can see Gandhi, he would hardly eat any food. He would eat once in a day, and sometimes he would fast. And, when Barack Obama, when he was first campaigning for presidency, he went to a school. There he was asked by students, by children, is there any historical personality you would have loved to have food with? You would have loved to have lunch with? And you know what his answer was? He said, it would be Mahatma Gandhi. But then Mahatma Gandhi would hardly eat anything. He was a very frugal eater. So let's move to the next slide. This is what Mahatma Gandhi propagated. Then Gautama the Buddha, I have already told you, he talked about Samyak Ajivika, that you earn what you need. Don't be greedy. Don't try to be millionaire, in months or in years. Earn what you need. Then this is our old tradition. It's everywhere. It's almost in every other religion. Please go back to the next earlier slide. There's something about Jainism which talks about tapas or penance is the literal translation of austerity. Let me tell you, you'll find it very ironical. I have always found it ironical that I used to cover communist parties, and also I would go to RSS office once in a while. But I found it very surprising, these two poles, these two ideologies which are placed on two extreme poles, which are completely opposed to each other. They practice austerity. you know, it was easiest to cover them because you can cash them anywhere. You can cash them in canteen, eating, 10 rupees thali or 5 rupees thali. It was possible in those days. I'm talking about 1990s. So this is what we should learn from them. Let's go to the next slide. I was saying, this has been part of our, please go to the next slide. Yeah, I was saying this has been part of our tradition. Tete pao pasariye, jeti lambi shor. And, this is how we have always lived. Let's go to the next. I hope I still have time, another 4-5 minutes. Okay, I'll wrap it up. All right, Professor Usha Rani, she has already spoken about Atmanirbhar Bharat, but I would just touch upon vaccination campaign of India. This was this was where we achieved self-reliance. This was an example of self-reliance. We vaccinated more than 100 million. Let's go to the next. Apna desh, apne hathiyar, well, this is again another ambitious target. We want to cut down 70% of our imports by 2027. And you'll be glad to know this. In 2014-15, we manufactured weapons worth 1900 crore. But in 2020-21, we manufactured weapons or arms worth 8,000 crore, more than 8,000 crore. So we are inching towards it. Let's go to the next slide. Vocal for local. Again, that's part of it. Let's go to the next one. Yeah, this is my last slide, sir. I'll wrap it up with this. And, I'm a very positive person. And I have a lot of respect for media. Let me tell you, media has a big role to play in this. We talk about commercial nature of media, but let me also tell you, there is also a website, there is also a newspaper called Gaon Connection. There is also a website called Rural India Online. There is also a website called Leher Khabariya. And this is solely run by women. Please, when you talk about these things that media is completely commercial, or it doesn't take care of the voiceless, please, I would say, think about it again. Okay, there are also organizations like these, but then media needs to focus more on inclusiveness, because this is how we are going to be self-sufficient. So thank you very much, for tolerating me for 10 minutes. All the best.